let's talk about rock stars. Most of them today wouldn't know a good car if it offered to pleasure them in the back of a limo. All they want really is to get invited on Anton Lard and be picked up in a sponsored Citroen. They're pathetic. But my guest tonight, he's a proper rock star. You gave him a car like this, he'd probably lose it or drive it into his moat. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamiroquai frontman, JK! How are you? I'm very well. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Actually, you are quite a car fan, aren't you?
Just a bit.
Really serious, because
Yeah.
we were going through the office the other day and I was working on my perfect garage and it would have a Mercedes Pullman, Ferrari 550, Lamborghini Miura, SV.
Of course.
You got any of those?
Yeah. All of them.
And what else?
There's a 360 Spider, which is outside, DB5, a Concourse 2002 Turbo, 74.
That one actually interests me.
The
What
little
have you
turbo.
got? A 2002?
I call it, because I've always had 2002s. I started off, my first car was a 1602, which is a little underpowered job.
Well, your very first
My
ever
very
car.
ever first car, which I bought off two old ladies with some letters with it. They said, we did 1,500 miles in it this year. When I did 1,500 miles a week, you know. And that was a 72 car, had all the original stickers and everything. And then I went up to TIs, Touring International, Touring Injection Internationals. Then I had a dog of a turbo, some of them were dogs. I only did about 1,572 of them. And now I've got a Concourse ex-BMW Car Club winner.
A really good one. Because
really,
you're more of a fan of like the 3-litre CSLs.
I used to have an original Batmobile, yeah.
Oh, really? A 3.2?
I had a 3.2 CSL, yeah.
See, how boring could we get on numbers?
Yeah.
Where did it all come from, your love of cars?
My mum had a Triumph Herald 1360 convertible.
Best turning circle of any car. Well, there was something in its favour.
Yeah, no, it was, I spent all my life on the road. And you know, when you're in the back, I mean, in those days, they didn't really, you know, not everything had a motorway. And, you know, I spent my whole time in the back of the car and just looking at every car on the road. You know?
This is when you were a kid?
That was when I was tiny. You know,
Oh,
I mean,
really?
I was about 4 and 5. I knew every car on the road.
Your mum was an
now I
entertainer.
don't know anything because they all look the same.
Your mum was an entertainer as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, Mum was a singer.
So
So it was
she
a
was-
lot of miles all the time.
Anyway, listen, we've got a little game.
Yes.
I haven't seen this, because I'm going to play it with you. Because I could say Maserati before I could say Mum. But
Right.
we're going to put some pictures of bits of cars on the screen.
Oh, I like these games.
And all join in, okay?
I love these games. They're
We'll
really
see
good.
if we can see what sort of car it is,
Because I'm
okay?
such a sucker for this. I sit and watch old 70s movies like the Sweeney. Go, oh, look.
Okay, then, here's one for you. What's that?
That's part of a Ferrari Enzo.
It is. It's the rear wing on a Ferrari Enzo. We right? Yes?
Thank you.
Yes, you speak. Ferrari Enzo. Yeah, all right, 1-0 to you. Go on then. Second one.
Coming soon at a highway near you. I've got to have it.
Anything go... Why?
Why?
It's not a pretty car.
It's a stunning looking thing. You know why? I mean, because you know, there's going to come a day they won't make cars like that anymore.
So let's not even go there. Let's bring up
Okay.
the next one. What is it? Zzz.
It's a Mini, the new Mini.
If that is... He's so good at this.
Thank you. I told you I like this game. You didn't believe me, did you?
No. Do you know something really funny? Absolutely true. We didn't tell you we were going to do this. It's not prepared.
No.
I didn't know we were going to do this. Come on, let's have another one.
Oh, that could be lots of things.
It's a Golf.
Oh, my word.
Actually, that's not a Golf.
It's not a Golf.
What is it? A what? If that's a Vectra, I said the word. I still don't know. It is, it's a Vectra! That is a phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I believe this car is a phenomenon.
Yeah. It's not really a phenomenon, is it? I mean,
It's rubbish.
it's
Not as bad as the other one, it's just rubbish. Anyway, last one, I'm on 0, which means we will be swapping jobs. Having to swap cars, houses, and have your Enzo.
And have the Enzo.
And have your house with a moat.
And have the moat, which you too can drive your G-Wagon into.
Have you driven your car? You have driven a car into a moat?
I did, yeah. I got it.
Oh, this is fantastic. Well done.
I came around the corner in the G-Wagon and I said to the two guys I was taking around the land, it's 80 acres, you know, and I started off really nicely, and I said, well, you want to go? And he said, no, it's all right, you know the land. I mean, famous last words, you know the land, it's all right, I'll let you do it. Came around the corner, 60, G-Wagon, a big old thumping great Vermax G500, and I looked, oh, 60, oh dear, oh, understand, oh, look,
Splotch.
bank, oh, river, And the guy looked round at me, just went, what are you doing? And then I looked round again, and then the other one went in the back, big building, went, we're sinking. and that was that, you know what I mean? I was like...
Let's have a look at this picture. That's just a black hole.
What's that?
What's that there?
Oh, I don't know, I'm trying to work this out. Can we...
Does anyone here... You know, this is Top Gear. They all come to a gardening programme. What is it?
What's
Anyone
that?
will go like... What? What? Lamborghini what?
Murcielago, I must say, that did cross my mind. It's something to do with the vents that come up, isn't it?
What, the slidey things? Can you pull back? Let's have a look.
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah. Clear as day, there's that little... There you go.
Clear as day what?
Murcielago, yeah.
Oh, God.
I tell you what, he did well, though, with the little square.
Yeah, that was... I'm impressed by that. It's a great car.
Don't show us up next time, yeah?
Well done, you. Have you driven one?
No, I haven't yet.
Because you are a fairly wicked driver.
You know, because of the work, you know, the type of job I do, which I want to get rid of and swap for this one now. I'm going to swap it for your job.
Anytime.
Yeah.
I'll swap with you anytime.
You wouldn't like it, I can assure you, but you know...
No, your fans wouldn't like it.
No, yeah, that's true. No, they wouldn't like it. Yeah.
What are you doing on the stairs?
Who's that croaking? You know, I don't get as much track time as I'd like to, you know what I mean?
What's the fastest you've ever been then?
I don't like to say it because everybody thinks I'm just some thug on the road, but I did do Rome to Calais in 13 hours and at 190, which was
That's
interesting.
really good, actually. Did the mental arithmetic there.
Rome to Calais,
That's
13
really
hours,
properly fast.
The needle didn't drop below 140, really.
Even in the petrol stations?
Yeah.
I presume you visited a few.
I visited a few, yeah. Well, it's always that balance, isn't it? Do I go a bit slower and not visit so many?
No, go fast.
And then you wonder why that bloke in the Morris Minor is ahead of you still. You know, because the other thing is that every petrol station you stop in Europe, you go, oh, I'll have that cuddly toy, and there's an interesting interior light thing on the thing, I'll have one of those, and even though I've got 10 of them at home and something to stick on the window, and all this rubbish.
Anyway, of course, as you know, you haven't just come down here to chat and play silly kids games.
No.
Reason that we have a celebrity guest every week is so that they go out and play star in a reasonably priced car. They drive round our track in our Suzuki Liana. Now, you did that earlier today, yes?
I did.
So there's something quite funny. We had Harry Enfield here last week. He drove the car in standard tune. Heard it was JK, we put a roll cage in it. We're going to be seeing later on how you did.
Okay.
Actually, have you driven the RS Focus?
I have. I was given one just last week, yes.
Did you like it?
I can't say I did like it much.
Really?
No.
You found all that?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was like, there he goes. There he goes again.
Absolutely terrifying.
It's quite, you know, I mean, nicely put together. Nice thing. Looks nice. The wheels.
With RSs, we're going to get on and talk a bit more about RSs. We were talking about them earlier, because what interests me, by putting those big engines in like normal family cars, it was like when Marks and Spencer started selling pumpkin and ricotta soup. You could go in there and think, I can afford this exotic food, that's great, I can do it. And that's what it was like with RSs. If you think about it, whenever a TV producer wants to sort of portray his detective as soft and gentle, like Bergerac gets that old Triumph and Morse gets the Jag. But then when he wants him to be a hard, gritty, you know, tough guy.
Professionals type.
Yeah, you get the professionals and you get Spender. The thing about the professionals is that I still maintain, even now, however many years down the line, it still has an effect. If you put someone in an RS Ford, horns grow out of that. Look, I tell you what happened, okay? All these RS people, they came down here this morning. We said, they're going to have a drive around the track if you like. This is their idea of a drive around the track.